already know the fucking vibes, man. We in here. Hey, man, how about Richardson Hitchins? Uh, wanting to move up to 147 to get the winner of Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Um, First and foremost, I do believe at 147 he will be great. Boots not there, so to see guys moving up, I completely understand and respect what it is they trying to get done. But my thing is, man, there's more work for him at 140, in my personal opinion. First and foremost, I'm not a hater. I'm a fan. I keep it 1,000 with you. I fuck with him. I think he has untapped potential. But before he move up, I feel like he should just challenge himself by going to go take Sabril Matias belt. I do feel like in the past, he was basically trying to avoid Sabril Matias. Again, this is just my perspective, my opinion. You're entitled to your own, but right here, right now, you in the building with me, so you gotta hear what I gotta say. But I believe he avoided Sabril Matias in the past. After that Gustavus Limos fight, where he kind of looked a little dull, I feel like he came back and made the best of his performances. This George Kambosos performance just showed that he got a little bit more pop on his shots than what we have seen in the past, because boxing is more of a preference. Is how he was taught and conditioned. But I feel like with them 8 ounces on, he can get the job done in different ways. So, with that being said, I like him against Devin Haney because he is just as smart as Devin. Maybe not as smart, but just as slick. But he got a little bit more pop on his shots. Now, Devin Haney got a beard. Anybody that know. People don't like him, but at the same time, you got to give that man credit saying that he got to be one of the most entertaining boxers in this game right now. Because at the end of the day, he give us the shows that we want to see. He give us the shows before we even get a chance to ask for him. Warrior mindset, in my opinion. But again, before I see Richardson Hitchins step up, I think the ultimate test for him is Sabril Matias. Because I seen him get rushed a little bit with Gustavus Limos. And, he didn't necessarily look his best at first, but then he sharpened that shit up and made it happen. I feel like if he can go in there and get uncomfortable against Sabril Matias, and win, then I believe he can go to 147 and get multiple belts. I mean, I already like him over a couple 147 champs. I'm going to say that humbly, but, that's just my perspective. But yeah, man, I basically just want to see him tested a little bit more, man. Tested after he learned his lesson. Shout out to Worley again, getting that win over Parker. That joint was crazy. You get what I'm saying? We're going to call it for what it is. And how about Mayweather versus Pacquiao? It may happen again. A little late in the game, bro. But at the same time, it's still entertaining to me. I will watch it. I like club room boxing just as well as I got a fight that I actually got to shoot for. And, man, shout out to Red Out Boxing, man. I was talking to one of the promoters. Possibly got some shit lined up for some ringside work there. So, thankful, man. Moses is supposed to be returning in 2026 in the heavyweight division. I ain't gonna lie, him and Jared Anderson gotta end up scrapping. Jared Anderson just took that Bukoli fight a little bit more too prematurely. He needed a little bit of time, but he took it because the check was right. It is what it is, man. So, You gotta take it for what it is, man. It's work at the end of the day. So motherfuckers need to do what they need to do in order for them to get paid. Oh no, Nito Donaire's boxing in China. Oh, no, in Tokyo. I'm sorry. 17 title triple header. Sound crazy. Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao in talks for 2026 rematch. Just fucking nuts, bro. Y'all old as shit. It's just like I'ma watch it though. Oh my god. Oh, comeback has been put on hold after the lightweight prospect was forced to withdraw from November 8th fight against Jojo Diaz due to injury. Alright. So that's why I seen IT Sco and Kid Austin. I'm sorry, I don't be paying attention to them niggas too much. Cause they just be on some bullshit sensitive shit. And you know, they'll say what they want on these platforms, and if you reply to them and you not one-sided about it, they don't like you. I don't even fuck with people like that in real life. What up, Jess? How you feel, bro? Talk to me. But yeah, man. I mean, Golden Boy continue to do what they do best by putting their fighters who, you know, they show qualities of being good, but they don't necessarily show qualities of being great in comparisons to the other greats. So therefore, man, Oscar give them all these fights and blow their record the fuck up. Did the same thing to Zepeda. Gonna do the same thing to Virgil Ortiz. And they gonna do the same thing to Floyd Schofield. Again, man, good fighters though. I'm not, you know, the knockout he got against Tevin. That was his work. That was Tevin work too, sitting there lacking. Wasn't defensively sound. But at the same time, you know, when it's over, man. Tev had a hell of a career. Great story. Showed people that you can have losses and possibly come back. I'm just straight just moving right now. Got you in the background. How you feeling, man? Oh, nah, man, I'm great, bro. Same old, man. Just wanted to tap in, man. Hey, man, last week just was mad busy. Saturday I had a concert to shoot, so shot that to like fucking 3 in the morning. So I wasn't able to kind of like, you know what I mean, be plugged in with y'all. Definitely jumped on last night though. But you know, Saturday. I think I'm gonna just go live earlier on alternative days to where I got like shit lined up around that time, man. But you know, just same old shit, man. You know what I mean? In and out the gyms, shooting every chance I get. Got a lot of editing to do because I'm kind of backed up, but you know, same old. Hey, man, but Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, man. The fuck is they thinking, man? They just trying to milk the game, see if they can get a Netflix check. Is that what it is? Y'all not bigger than Jake Paul, bro. Y'all not bigger than Jake Paul. Motherfuckers criticizing. I went over this shit yesterday about people criticizing the fact that Shakur Stevenson and Raymond Ford out there with Jake Paul. Listen, man, that boy bag different, man. That boy bag different, and he actually fuck with fighters, bro. I ain't mad at dude. A lot of people be mad at him. Who we need to be mad at is Turkey fucking Al-Sheikh. He don't give a fuck about no fighter. He tell you straight up, I want to see blood and guts. Kill him. You get what I'm saying? If y'all kill each other, I pay y'all even more money. That's going to be his next proposal if a motherfucker start asking for a bigger bag. So with that being said, that boy Jake actually taking care of fighters. He putting on for women boxing. These bitches about to have 3-minute rounds. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I'm cool with all that shit. It be these other guys, you know, that be so mad at his entry level. That's what they jealous over. You just got on. I had to do all of this. Well, if you'd have built your name up, if you'd have been focused on building your name up, you wouldn't have had to do all of that. He just showed you. He just showed you. He just showed you how important it is to focus on your fucking name in boxing. I tell fighters this all the time, bro. My whole thing is you plan on going somewhere, man, work on your public speaking and get in front of cameras. If you the shit in front of cameras, you could lose, you still gonna get a deal. It's always room for you in the boxing space, bro. Before, when you were just a nice boxer, You get beat up too many times, they shelf you. You ain't never gonna make no fucking money again. And then because the fucking purse pay and all of that is based on what have you been making lately type shit, some of these guys stay on the shelf until something big come. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, ugh, it's kind of hard to blame them. But if they work on their identity and keep on building their name, you can't go wrong with that shit, bro. You just can y'all still hear me? Let me know. But yeah, man. It just is what it is. For real, for real. I sent a text message out. Fucking motherfucker decided they want to call me this time. I'm like, for real. Alright, bet. Yeah, I'm back. My fault. I had to just send a text message out. But yeah, nah, niggas mad at Ray Ford and all that. Like they got and Shakur Stevenson, like they pledge allegiance to Tank. Like, why do we? Since when boxing came so racially sensitive? Now I understand it's marketed off, but like boxers box. Like I'm pretty sure this nigga paying a fucking bag, and he putting you up in his mansion in Puerto Rico. Motherfucker paying a bag. You get what I'm saying? In order for you to spar the nigga. Like, why not? Like, why the fuck wouldn't you do that? Man, Jake Paul called me talking about he want me to do anything. I'm going out there. As long as there ain't no wild shit, and I'm cool with it. As long as you ain't having no Diddy parties. I don't drink. I don't even want to water from a nigga I don't trust. And I don't trust you if I don't know you. Come on, man. Go upstairs, man. Damn, dog. So, yeah, I go out there fuck with dude. Motherfuckers keep on trying to act like he ain't really changing the game and making it to where fucking fighters who wasn't even mainstream became mainstream, bro. That's a game changer in my book, bro. Like, all of that, y'all in y'all feelings because he ain't have to go through amateurs. Man, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Hopefully amateur boxers starting to shift it to where some of these amateurs gonna start getting paid. Yeah, make that shit like you did college. Make that shit how you did at college. Cause for real, them college football players be generating more money than the goddamn NFL, for real. Yeah, let them get a little portion. Let them companies fuck with them directly instead of under the table. And that's cool. Like, it is what it is. Go on tax and go about your business. But all of that, motherfuckers want to start bringing up in interviews. Fucking truck boarded up talking about yeah. Remember the whole fucking boxer was against Jake. Yeah, y'all was against Jake because y'all ain't like his approach, bro. I understand. You got the right to feel how you feel. You worked hard, but a hard work does not thrive in America on a large level when it comes to making money. It just is what it is. Jeff Bezos does not work harder than the Amazon worker. It just is what it is. Right. Yeah, let them fighters get paid. Of course they damaging their body, bro. That shit ain't no... Man, motherfuckers gotta realize, all because you got a headgear on, if anything, you're more likely to get a fucking concussion with a headgear on than a headgear off. Because your head is bigger now. You gotta slip a little bit more over to the right, slip a little bit more over to the left. You get what I'm saying? To make sure a motherfucker don't catch you. It's studies on it. Like, they actually cause more concussions than you would think that they wouldn't. The only thing that's a pro with them is they basically save you from getting cuts in some cases. And niggas still get cuts. It's minimum in comparisons to if you ain't had no headgear on, you'll probably get a... Once you get a mouse, a nigga cut the shit out that joint if you chip it the right way. So it's like... I get it, but yeah, let them amateurs get paid, man. Then, all right, it's a little bit better and more incentive to do it. Otherwise, man, build your motherfucking name. Hey, if you any fighter, bro, build your name. Build your name. Yes, you get a name through getting hats, but you also get a name through dancing on camera, smiling on camera, showing people shit, selling them motivation, selling them happiness, selling them the idea of them being able to, take losses and bounce back. Like it's all different types of ways, man. And if you learn how to speak that language to your people and they connect with you, you gonna build a brand. So yeah, I'm all for the fighters getting paid. I respect amateurs though. Like, I have the gift and the fucking opportunity to be around, elite amateurs on the highest level, such as the Salim Bay. You get what I'm saying? I see his work ethic. I see how serious he take it. I see how he naturally just give everything 125%. And he's been doing it for so long that it just his 100% is niggas 50%. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't think amateurs don't work harder or less harder than pros. If anything, I think they got a little bit more to prepare for, because you gotta stay ready, for whatever comes to you. When it's time to fight these fights, you don't know what style you fighting. You just gotta be ready. So, I respect the process of it, but at the same time, you want to sell tickets, get your name out there, man. I know a lot of good pros, but they can't sell a fucking ticket. Then I get on their social media, they got 10 followers. They mom, they sister, and all their ex-girlfriends and one of their homies. And it's like, bro, just put yourself out there a little bit more. Get a camera waving in your face. I understand back in the 80s they tell you don't do that, keep it secret, keep it secret. But that's when the game just thrived off hard work. Promoter is willing to give money and promote to the person that he has to do less promotion to. I get it. We don't like that. But guess what? It happens. It's either that or you just better be a fucking straight up knockout artist. Everybody you get in the ring with, they leave out on their back. Yeah, he gonna make sure you get a certain amount of fights and be wanting to give you those fight purses, even if you don't sell, because now he getting you for a discount. He getting those great performances on his network for a discount. Otherwise, get your name out there so you be able to sell tickets, bro. Get your name out there, man. Also, build other sources of income. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, I initially started this live off, y'all, with Richardson Hitchins saying that he wanted to move up to 47 and fight the winner of Devin Haney, B. Norm, which I don't doubt. But my thing is, man, I feel like he got unfinished business at 140. To not fight Gary Antoine Russell or Matias, to me, is kind of like you just avoiding it, because you blatantly call T.O. out all the time. It's other champions. So, with that being said, make that shit happen. One of the two. Then move up. One of the two. I got him beating Matias. I got him stopping Matias, actually. But one of the two. Nah, I feel the same way, Jay. One of the fucking two, bro. Don't just move up. Nah, I understand he look bad. He a big ass young bull. I seen him in between fight shit. I seen him with COVID. That motherfucker like he's at least a deuce. So, but Tank looked like he was a deuce during COVID too. But I don't know. Maybe that's something that I can consider. Because I ain't look at him on the scale against Cambosos. I'm going to check it out. I take your word for it, though. I know you got good eyes. But, if it's time to move up to the point to where he got to fucking deplete the fuck out of himself and that rehydration clause kicking his ass, and he say that, then I ain't got no choice but to respect him. But at the same damn time, you know, I just wish he would have got a little bit better work at 40. And this is not a knock to Cambosis. This is not a knock to Liam Peril. But it's just that I understood that he pulled some old Sauce Walker shit and waited to fight for that belt when Matias ain't having no more. Now, I seen against Gustavus Lemos when he got rocked. He took a couple rounds off and he's a little shocked. He stopped letting his hands go. So I just want to see if he can keep his composure, when hurt. Especially because he got a slick style. He ain't used to really getting hit with no solid shots like that. You know what I mean? He got a little chin. He stood up to main man. Keyshawn got him the fuck out of here with no problem. But at the same time, this shit come with the game. We ain't gonna sit there and just shade this man because he went through hardships. That's a part of boxing. Ain't no way around no hardships. So, listen, I want to see it. But, let me see. Winner good against Jerron Boots in this. Also, confirmed 10-round Superweight medal contest. TFG and David Dynamite Stevens, Y heavyweight, Joshua Ragas. The boy I want Kabayel. I ain't mad at you. Tenor boxer, most destructive punchers. Let me see. I'm gonna go back there. What else we got going on here? I ain't gonna lie, man. I am excited for this Ortiz-Lubin fight. Ortiz put on hell of a performances. He also allowed a fight to kind of be 50-50 because he got a wild fight style. But I just want to see if he just does he come out on top? And if he does he immediately confirm the Jerron Boots Ennis fight? Now that Jerron Boots Ennis is at 54, he dug in with a tune-up. His goal is to go for that WBA title. But, Virgil would be that guy that's kind of like in the middle of that. And this will also rank him to be mandatory for Fundora after Keith Thurman. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I like it. Who I got in that? I will go with Virgil. Just because I want to see Virgil win because of how motherfuckers was running their mouth, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Just because of how motherfuckers was running their mouth. All the bickering and all that, it should be bullshit. Hey, did y'all watch that $1 million worth of game? Cool Boy Steph Shop interview. I'm gonna make sure I tap into it. I don't be watching too much, just because of my schedule. But at the same time, I like how they put that shit together. So I just want to check it out. Plus, I fuck with Cool Boy. I mean, I like his fight style. He looks strong in that weight class, so I mean, let's just see what it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna tap into it. You know what I mean? Check that $1 million worth of game interview out. It's just like, you know what I mean? Why the fuck not? Fuck around and make a reaction to it too. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some shit on it that's like pretty good. You get what I'm saying? Last time I remember them doing it that I paid attention to was the Tank Frank Martin fight. That was pretty good. And just the way they was pushing it out there. But he got Hamza Shiraz. He looking for a new opponent. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's interested in fighting Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia gonna go. That other boy stopped him, and he was off the juice. Hamza Shiraz definitely stopping him. I ain't gonna lie, Hamza Shiraz and Pacheco gonna be nice. They asked Hamza Shiraz how he felt about Bud, and he said he would share the ring with him, but 9 times out of 10, I don't got Bud. That's just too much, bro. The one thing about Canelo was a 68-pounder who technically should be fighting at 60. 60-54. And even then, he'd have been amongst the smaller people until he got to like 54. Then he'd have been kind of like the equivalent to size, in my personal opinion. So, you know, Canelo, even though he was a giant at the weight class, he still was underweight. Like, he was undersized. You know, so I see why Bud went up there and capitalized. And because Canelo got real hats, it's kind of like you can't knock it. Or you can't mention his size. But Hamza Shiraz would have stopped Canelo too, in my opinion. That Canelo, unless he got to the body early on Hamza Shiraz, and it affected him to the point to where it threw him off his game and put him in survival mode. Outside of that, good defense. Hamza Shiraz slow as shit, but it only take a couple to kind of like make it to where you throw Canelo off his game. So, and again, that's just my opinion, and the fact that Canelo can't keep up with a high pace. So even if that shit is slow, if he just stay consistent with it, he gonna end up getting what he want. Because Canelo body be shutting down on him. We seen it shut down against Terrence Crawford. And don't get me wrong, defensively, Terrence Crawford was taking shit away from him. But at the same time, the times that he could get in there, like the attempts just was dull. It could have been frustration, but the attempts was just dull. Like they just started to fizzle out as Crawford had him figured out while he was boxing him in southpaw. Anybody that know Canelo was avoiding styles like that. So they basically just drew up a blueprint, gave you a little bit of Mayweather, you know what I mean, with some Laura. You get what I'm saying? And it was what it was. But I mean, yeah, Hamza Shiraz Canelo is interesting. But too little for dude. Bud still can outpoint the shit out of him now. So I'm not doubting Bud completely. Hey, but listen, man. I'm finna slide, y'all. I appreciate y'all. You already know the vibes. I'm back in here tomorrow, though.